Hello, everyone. I hope that was a smooth countdown. I'm not sure. I'm just trying out some new features. Welcome to this sort of impromptu stream, really, just taking a look at round 7 of the London Classic, the XTX Markets London Chess Classic. I'm here with WIM Natasha Regan. Hello, Natasha.
Hello. I knew about this stream 10 minutes ago. That's impromptu for you.
Indeed, indeed. Well, let's have a little look at the games, and I think it's all looking quite interesting at the moment. So let me just switch to the right screen, and let's take a look at our two heroes. Starting off with, we will start off with Stanley. So Stanley is playing the Italian player Marco Galana. And it's been quite an interesting game so far. As you can see, I'm not sure Marco's a fan of pawn structure because, yeah, I mean, 5 isolated pawns, including one pair of doubled. So, but yeah, with the 2 bishops, there is definitely some room for counterplay. Obviously, Stanley here now picking up one of the pawns, one of the loose pawns already. Let's have a little look how that all went. So d4 knight f6. It was a Catalan from Stanley. So we've seen Stanley twice in this tournament actually playing knight c3, bishop b4, and then some e3 systems. We saw it against Pragananda, where of course, yeah, Stanley came incredibly close to making a huge upset there. And
he got a good position, didn't he?
He got a very good position, and also against Nicolas Brunner, the French IM, where it went wrong just around move, 30 or something, but had a good position. But he decided to switch, which I think is a good idea. Funnily enough, the Catalan, that's what his brother Frankie plays all the time. Right. So you'll if you watch Talented Tuesdays on Tuesdays, 7 o'clock British time, then we've had Stanley already on the show, and Stanley's brother Frankie will also be on the show as well.
He'll be on next week. So we've got Mary Caudry tomorrow, and
fantastic.
Then 1 week later, so Tuesday the 9th, that will be Frankie.
Brilliant, fantastic. So yeah, I wonder whether that's obviously something. If you're if a sibling plays something, then that's always easier to pick it up somehow. Black played it. Yeah, no, I mean, I shouldn't say strangely, really, because it's just the way that it strikes me from the stuff I've been used to from the 1990s. But yeah, this system has been played before. It looks a little bit odd to put the bishop on there. You normally would think classically you'd put it on e7, and to put the knight on c6 without first having taken on c4 is also a little strange. But some good players have played this. It's not incredibly popular, but particularly the Russian player Artemayev has done this a few times with good results, it seems. So I mean, Black's just quite flexible, really. Most likely will play d takes c4 and then go e5, but you might even see a d takes c4 and then a b5, for example, to hold the pawn. So yeah, all quite possible. Stanley played the move b3, which is quite nice and flexible. Obviously, if you can get in bishop b2, you can have nice control over the center. Might even get c5 later. So Black went for that immediate release of attention and e5. Very straightforward way of playing from Black. So there were quite a few games with this, or quite a few. There were a number of games, and e3 was quite a common way of playing. Just make sure that you can recapture with a pawn, keep that pawn structure even, and try and make use of the fact that the Black sort of lost a central pawn, really. But Stanley played something quite interesting, a new move, I think, bishop b2. He did it after quite a lot of thought. Yeah, obviously, I don't think that Stanley particularly was prepared for this, but this is quite a sensible move in actual fact. Just you accept this weak pawn, but you've got these nice sort of Catalan bishops, you know, sort of aiming in both directions there. So yeah, you know, quite nice. And actually, something sneaky happened because Black played a very natural Queen E7. Knight C3 followed, and then this move C6. Very, very natural move. I mean, block the bishop, the bishop's attack on B7. You know, cover the D5 square. Absolutely natural, but it did allow something rather sneaky.
This is Stanley's trick. Bishop takes F6,
Takes
and you
F6.
can't recapture with the queen here.
Yeah, because of knight e4, which forks. So that's a very sneaky trick and easy to miss, I think. I don't think that Black would have seen this. I think that Black must have missed this because I don't think, or I mean, it's one of those incredible, you know, yeah, you're really taking a very deep positional, decision if you do that. It's not that it,
You get the, like, Black will get the bishop pair, but in
yeah,
exchange for crazy
yeah.
pawns.
I mean, it is known. You see this in the semi-Slav that you know you just accept these double pawns like that for the bishop pair. But I do think from from an engine point of view, you can say yeah, it's fine, it's equal. From a human point of view, somehow static weaknesses have a way of telling somehow. So it's yeah. I mean, I would be I generally would. I mean, especially considering the position was quite normal beforehand. I wouldn't really have thought that Black had particularly seen this somehow. Particularly in view of this next move, which was f5, which is it's kind of fixing that pawn on a very weak square. I mean, it can really be attacked very easily now by the white pieces. So I felt that this showed maybe just a little bit of
You think Black should not have played f5?
I think Black probably should not have played f5 and just kept it a bit tight at the back, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be quite hard for White to put something on f5, to be honest, to exploit that. So yeah, maybe try and get something going on the queen side. Try and make some use of your queen side pawn majority. Would seem something like that would seem better to me, I think. Or certainly not to rush to play f5. I can't. Yeah. I don't know. I find it. I find it a bit hard to think that you should really be rushing that much with it.
Maybe White's idea is like say he didn't go f5. Maybe White's going to play bishop e4 and
that's
or take on h7 because you'd have to defend that h7 or move it, and you probably don't really want to.
But I think you could start off with bishop e6, for example, and just ask the question, because I mean, trading h7 for c4 would be good for Black, I think. And
it's not a trade, right? Because you take on h7 check, and then you drop your bishop back to d3. Oh, I see. Sorry.
I take it now, and
yes, okay, that makes sense.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's no. I understand the point. You want to stop White putting a piece on f5, and you want to get control of e4. It's just that long term, you think, just you could end up in an ending, and with a pawn on f6, it would be drawn, and with the pawn on f5, you're just losing the pawn basically. So in any case, Stanley fixed it, and I mean, Black played very actively actually. Played bishop e6 and didn't wait around, but played queen c5. So trying to make use of the bishops. I'm not sure whether that's right or not, but it's maybe not bad. So rook b7, queen c4, rook c1. And here Black took and has swapped off the rooks. So what we've got now, we're going to have this position where Black's given up one of those pawns. But as he's also got rid of his obligation to defend them basically. And bishop f3 played by Stanley. I was vaguely wondering whether you could try a bishop a6 to go bishop c4, because obviously you would like to try and exchange off the bishops, but maybe bishop d5 would be a bit awkward there. So bishop f3 was Stanley's move.
The engine's saying this is equal, it looks like, or is that not?
No, I think probably the engine thinks White's slightly better here.
Right, I was going to say I'd have thought White was a bit better.
Yeah, but the question is, what can Black do here, and what should Black do? I mean, you could say, well, I'm going to swap off the rooks and try and tie you down to your pawn, to the pawn here, with the bishops. Or you could say, I'm going to try and do the same, but keeping the rooks on.
P1. Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought that keeping the rooks on would be bad for black in general. I mean, I think you can get a nice active rook. So, well,
Could you go like rook check and then rook behind the pawn?
Yeah, that seems like that's definitely one major option here. And then, yeah, I mean, we've got to decide how we're going to do this. I mean, knight c1 is possible.
Yeah.
Here, and then we can play the move out knight to b3, you know, and cover like that.
Yes.
The nice point about that, of course, is if black takes off and says opposite colored bishops, then you're really going to regret having that pawn on f5 somehow.
Yeah.
You know, that's you're a pawn down already, and there's an extra pawn that can be easily attacked. So I think that knight c1 is possible here. And it would mean, I think that for the moment, white can survive. I mean, maybe, you know, you're going to try and get something in like bishop e2 to c4 at some stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's far from easy for white, but you know, if you're sort of saying, well, who would you rather be, then you'd say, well, I think I'd rather be white somehow, yeah, because you know, you could also try move maybe like bishop c6 and a4, get the pawn onto, you know, slightly safer square, and then try and move out with a knight, you know, and start attacking this structure with the knight. So I mean, rook b2 would be a possibility as well.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of wondering how white should do that. How would white do that? Because not easy. Because I mean, if we take off, how are you? I guess I've got to go a4, right? Now, if I could get a bishop onto c6, that'll be fine. But I think we keep on attacking you for now. I mean, it could be that that we're just going to lose have a pair of pawns exchanged somehow.
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me. Again, you're going to regret a little bit having this one on f5. I don't know. I mean, a6. I could go bishop b7, bishop here, knight d4. Something like that. Yeah, not clear. I mean, I think it's always the case with these things that you know, either you find an absolutely rock solid way of making sure that everything gets exchanged, or you just end up having to say, well, okay, it's going to be a long one then, you know. And I suspect here that latter thing is going to be black's problem here, because unless you've really got an easy way to exchange everything off here, then yeah, I mean, no, black.
Well, that will suit Stanley, won't it? We know from Talented Tuesday that he likes to shuffle and can shuffle
he likes a good shuffle and grind. That's right. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you know, what can you say? I mean, I think you've got an advantage of white. You're a pawn up. Yeah, you know, if black defend well, you know, very well, you just got to give yourself the best chance of that happening somehow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think this is you know, this is pretty good, really. So yeah, that's not bad at all. So we'll keep a little eye on that. But I think yeah, positive, good opening for Stanley there. Let's have a little look at Sokratit against Maciej Szopor. Ooh. So yeah, this is.
You want to flip the board so we're black?
Ah, that's a good idea. Let's flip the old boardy. Oh, sorry. Where am I? Flip the board here. Here, flip the board. Yes. There we are. So Petrov from Sokratit, he played the French against Maciej in the Blitz, in the UK Open Blitz, and that was an advanced French, which was a draw. Actually, Sokratit had the slightly better of the draw. Here, Petrov, I wonder whether this came as a bit of a surprise, because
yeah.
Well, not. I'm thinking more the Petrov, really, because Maciej thought for 15 minutes about a3.
Okay.
You know, which which makes you then think, oh,
He wasn't expecting this one.
maybe he wasn't expecting the Petrov. I'm not sure whether that's Supratit's opening, normal opening. So takes, d6, bishop d3, h6. I mean,
Reyes plays the Petrov, doesn't he?
Shreyas plays the Petrov, indeed. We saw, a great game when we commentated in Cambridge. Yeah, we saw a great game between Michael Adams and Shreyas, which I also annotated on my blog as well. Actually, it was a really great game. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure whether White was thinking, well, okay, I'm playing an 11-year-old. Let's keep the game sort of strategical and everything. But Supratit's very
He's very good strategically, isn't he?
He's just good. He plays very sensible moves and reasons things quite nicely. I mean, if you want to see an example of that, then our Talented Tuesday episode with Supratit, where he displays his win against Simon Williams, English Grandmaster. Beautifully controlled win. It's very impressive. For an 11-year-old to be able to explain very deep strategy like that. It's very impressive. I mean, I think Mache was probably going for, he's looking for some sort of big clamp, C4, G4, and just, prevent Black from doing anything. But I think, he was just, he's just not really in time. And Black just manages to escape every single time. So this was quite an irritating move. I mean, he ended up taking here. But of course, now this knight on f1 is not going to get to its glorious, e3 and g3 squares. So that's rather annoying. You can't, if you attack the pawn immediately, then the pawn on c4 hangs. And the problem is, if you lose one of these, then your whole structure doesn't make any sense. Black gets a break in, and so
you might often like queen and knight against queen and bishop, mightn't you? But that knight there in this position,
it's not
isn't really getting in there.
No, it might escape sometime, and then you'll say, "Wow, great." But yeah, it's not. For the moment, it's not. So I think that you have the feeling that Black's sort of Black's doing the pressing. Now there was, not yet a threat actually, but knight g3 was a possible idea, maybe exploiting the pin. I mean, you've got queen c5 check at the moment, but Supratit played f6, which protects the queen, and is also quite nice because the king's coming to f7 and the rook's coming to h8. So that's a pretty nice way to play. And now a5 and rook a2, and well, yeah, I mean, White's trying to go for a clamp, but I mean, it hasn't worked, right? You're keeping Black at bay, but there's no sense in which you're going to be able to squeeze Black in this position. So in general, I'd think that Black stands quite promisingly here, really, because I mean there's just a number of breaks you can think of. I mean, g6 f5 could be quite nasty. I mean, I'm not actually quite sure how you'd really defend about that. The only danger possible being that your king's maybe could get a little caught as well. So that's what you've got to watch out for. You could also
White run with their king over to the other way.
It's even this is a little bit loose somehow. Yeah, there's this theme in the Rossolimo Sicilian, where you play this move b5 like this, and if takes, you've got bishop b3, and if a takes b5, then you've got a4, and then you undermine. And it's just to say that it's not as solid as it seems.
You can do it here, can you?
Yeah, I don't know whether it's any good, but
yeah.
It's I mean, it's one of those things where you say basically white structure is not as solid as it seems, and of course there could be c6 d5, and if you take, then you're attacking these sweet pawns, or c6 and b5 in an endgame. You could imagine, you win you take the pawn on b3 afterwards, play a4, so I mean, this is not it's not easy strategically for Black. Black's got a lot of thinking to do about, how can I best organize this. But I do think that, Black in principle is not in much danger here, and really Black should stand very well. I think that if you exchanged off, the queens, if you just took off all the major pieces here, then moves like c6 d5 or c6 b5 would be very strong indeed.
Okay.
So yeah, the only question is, you just got to try and work out, where can I put my king safely? I mean, you might think about, playing b6. Sorry, get rid of those arrows. Playing b6, bringing the king across, and then taking action, because if all the pieces get exchanged on the king side, then your king's ideal for supporting c6 and b5. So that might be an idea, just to try and bring the king across. I mean, g6 f5 is also quite tempting, but your king is going to get a bit caught, and obviously things can happen, right? If white decides, okay, I've got to make things a bit random, then you've got to watch out for your own king. It's so I'm not quite sure, though. I mean, to be honest, g6 f5 does look quite strong. I'm not quite sure how white would be reacting to that necessarily. But okay, I mean, maybe you'd play the queen to d4, try and get the rook over here, but it's not clear. It's certainly not clear. So I'm sure that's what Socrates is thinking about there. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what he'll do. I mean, he's quite he's pretty calm there. He's a pretty calm positional player, but he's quite universal there. We saw against the Barnabas Panda, the Hungarian player. We saw him, suddenly deciding to mix things up concretely because he wasn't happy with his position. So I don't know. I suspect that he's going to play it just calmly and just keep in reserve everything. But yeah, plenty of possibilities there. Let's just have a quick look, again, Stanley, and then we can also have a look at a few other players as well. So rook b5 played by Marco, and I guess that Black's kind of thinking, well, keeping it in reserve, really, isn't he? Stopping white from playing rook c5 to a5. That was a possible idea for white, and he's maybe thinking, okay, well, I'll go rook c5, tie you down, and we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I think there are many reasonable lines for white for Black at the moment, but I think it'll, I think Stanley's knight is going to move here, and I think then it's all going to be about accuracy from Black. How well can you anticipate what white is doing, and how accurate can you be over a long period of time, basically. And it's not easy. It really isn't easy. So yeah, we're going to see. Oh, Socrates, I was wondering about this, actually. Let me just have a little look. I was wondering whether he might do this. I don't know whether it's that effective, but it was definitely a possible plan. He took off on h2, queen h2, and now he's playing rook a6, and he's going to tie down the rook to b3.
Okay.
And I mean, yeah.
Could he have done, instead of rook a6, could he have done your b5 plan?
He could have done. I'm not quite sure, because I mean, after all, the rook is pinned there, so I'm not quite sure that it will. And of course, I don't know how strong this is somehow.
Yeah.
But it's definitely it's definitely some sort of theme anyway. But rook a6 is interesting, just to activate the rook on there. I mean, in all fairness, it's a sort of move where you also say you're not ruining anything at all, because you can always move the rook back and later as well. So it's interesting question for white is whether is white going to sort of stay passively, or is he going to think, oh, could I try and get some counterplay somehow? That could also be possible, but that's going to make it very sharp. I wouldn't have thought that you could do that, but you never know. It can always cause some panic there.
If he wanted to activate his knight, he would have to go via...
There's no good square at the moment.
No good one, is it? D2.
I mean, you'd need to do something like this.
Yeah.
which is
which
quite a
takes some
trek.
time, and black could always play c6 and scupper it.
Yeah, it's quite a trek, really. So no, I mean, I think white for the moment, white's got to try and just survive. I mean, the interesting question is, are you going to defend the pawn with your rook, or are you going to try and defend it with your knight? You could try and do something like this, but well, then we're going to start getting some queen c5 and e3s, which is possible. On the other hand, then you might get some queen h5. So I'm not very sure. I'm not sure at all about this position. It's I'm not 100% sure about this rook ace. Yeah, about giving up the h file and playing rook a6. I think maybe king e7. I think would have been my favorite maybe, or a move like just b6. Just consolidate and keep all your options open. But obviously, if you played b6, you wouldn't have the rook a6 b6, which Supratit was keen on. So maybe, I don't know, maybe king e7 would have been a nice one, and then just wait to see. Because I do think that the most natural break, really, when you're talking about having a bishop versus a knight, would be to try and get a passed a pawn here. So having your king to support and also deal with any passed white pawns that get created, having your king on the queen side would seem. That's my intuitive feeling about what would be a good move, but obviously, haven't calculated anything. Let's have a look. Did you see that Budana won her game yesterday evening?
Yes.
I
played a lot of chess yesterday.
140 moves or something like that with a queen and pawn ending, which she unfortunately failed to win. It was very difficult, but winning, I mean, a table-based win, but I mean difficult. And then she goes and wins the evening game against another very good player. So she's playing the IM Wang Hao, not the World Championship candidate, but and well, this looks to be about even, I would guess. I mean, maybe
major pieces there on the d file.
maybe black's a tiny bit better, because maybe black is a bit better because that knight in potential is better than the bishop on g2. I mean, if the bishop got to d5 or got to this diagonal, maybe it could do something, but it's unlikely to. And you could imagine the black knight getting to c5 and then some pressure on the b file. So this is probably a reasonably nice position for black, but not maybe just a small bit better, not huge. Let's have a look, because the English players are actually not doing too badly, are they? They're doing actually pretty well. Let's be Amit Ghazi, yay, is playing against the strong Indian grandmaster Pa Inyan. So Amit has got his sort of King's Indian modern sort of structure. This was a same-ish King's Indian, where I've seen Amit playing this very unusual system with it's actually like a hippopotamus. He sort of turns the King's Indian into a hippopotamus, and then it's a little bit weird, I have to say, but he seems to always make something good of it somehow. He's just an unusual style, Amit. But knight g4. What do I think of this position? In principle, I think that white's doing quite reasonably well here. I mean, that d6 pawn is rather weak, so you've got to watch out for knight b5s. But we've also got rook f1s, and this knight has to stay here. King side's a little bit weak. I think, well, put it this way, I think black's still got some work to do to stabilize this somehow. I think if he can get it, if he can keep it together, then black's doing, black could end up doing very nicely. But I think the position's still a little bit fragile for black at the moment. That's my impression. But obviously, if you could start doing stuff like h3 and exploit this stuff, or maybe get a knight into g4, whatever. But it could just be a little bit tough to achieve, I think. At the moment, the black pieces look rather more defensive than attacking. But Amit's got a lot of experience. He's also quite a bit ahead on time here, which is quite quite useful.
Yeah,
slightly unusual actually. Amit often gets short of time somehow, but I just seen actually that this is quite interesting. Let's have a look. Subratit's opponent has played the rook to f2, so he's going to try and cover the pawn on b2 with a knight. So,
and then we were thinking about queen e5.
Well, I'm actually slightly wondering about just this move somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know whether
they're going to trade. Is white going to trade queen?
White try and trade there. This h pawn would be very weak, though.
Yeah.
Don't know. I'm not sure.
It would, wouldn't it? Because you could get your bishop.
Yeah, it's not very clear though. I mean, I could do a rook c6, for example. Then you go rook h2. You're trying to get an h6, and if I try and stop that, then you go rook h4, and we could trade like that, for example. Yeah. But this would still be quite nice for black, actually. Yeah, I think. But maybe the knight would get a bit more freedom somehow.
Yeah,
so,
see.
Oh, rook's rook's trapped though. King f7. Oops, sorry, King f7 and g5. Not sure. Difficult positions these to evaluate. I mean, you could also just play queen e5 immediately, of course, which is not silly. I'm regretting giving up that H file somehow. That's irritating me, you know. I mean, you've also got to watch out. If I did a queen e5, you might go queen h8, you know, and I take there and queen d8, and all of a sudden it's not, you know.
You have to go e6. Yeah.
On the other hand, you're also holding somehow. So I don't know. I really don't know. This is you know, the sort of decisions that are agony to take in practical games somehow. Let's have a quick look at Stanley. Did you see somebody on Twitter said, "Who's Stanley?" So
where have they been?
So I put the title Tuesday up, and I said, "This fine player." There we are. Quite handy that, actually, I have to say. Yeah, do tune in. We've got Mary Caudry.
Yes.
In
tomorrow
the next,
night.
Title Tuesday tomorrow night. Lovely
YouTube site.
Lovely person, and yes. Nice game actually as well. So nice attacking game. So let's have a look. We've had a look at a meet. How about Daniel Fernandez?
Let's see Daniel.
Oh, yeah, he's been sacrificing a lot of exchanges, Daniel.
Oh, shall we flip the board? Shall we flip
the board. All righty, there we are.
Okay.
So, and he's done it again, of course. What position? What is this position? Well, this must be quite nice for black, you would have thought. I mean, you've got this bishop on a2, which is going to take a while before it's human again. And you know, obviously, black hasn't got a pawn for the exchange, but these dark squares are very weak indeed, and you know, we're going to look for something like bishop c6 takes e4 maybe, and we can have some f5 breaks.
Oh, that's a trick, isn't it? Bishop c6.
Yeah.
E4.
I mean, I suppose the only thing you're maybe slightly worried about is the fact that black's king is on the queen side, which might actually lead to some scariness. But you've got to be careful because, for example, if I played the move b4, you know, thinking, well, I'm just going to go bishop b3 and then, or even b5, then we could just go bishop c2.
I was going to say, yeah.
With with hilarious consequences. So
and you don't even need b4 in for that, do you?
No, it's actually a threat. It's a threat, but it's white to move.
Yes.
What you could do as white is to play the move knight c3. Because then, if you take, of course, your rook's defended now. Yeah. So that's not going to work. So knight c3 is okay.
Looks sensible, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit worrying. Because if I play bishop c6, I mean, I'm not threatening bishop e4. Yeah. I think white's going to play b4, and this is a little bit annoying, actually. So let's have a think. Does Daniel have a better idea after knight c3? Yeah, I mean, I was vaguely vaguely wondering about something
Even
like
though
this.
the bishop's on freeze, yeah.
Yeah, because
Oh, and then it's the same trick. You can't
I've
take
got the
that.
same trick,
Yeah.
and actually, oh, he's played bishop b3 from white.
Okay.
Oh, I think that's very friendly, actually. Unless I'm missing something bad, but I was really thinking knight c3 was worrying, but bishop b3 gets in the way of the b pawn, and now we're threatening bishop takes c4. So
yes,
Daniel played bishop c6 very quickly.
So maybe white now goes knight c3.
Yeah, but you're a lot slower now. I mean, you are threatening knight b5. You've opened up the a file, so you know. But I'm getting a better vibe about this one. What could we do?
Queen
I mean,
A6.
how about if what happens if I go f5? Let's just see it.
Yeah.
All right, let's shove this one in. Knight b5.
I guess you take it.
No, I don't think so. If takes, then this one hangs.
And then we take on e4.
And you can take on e4. Yeah, let me just try taking like this first of all.
Yeah.
Because obviously knight c7 ed is we've got all sorts of threats.
Can you just take on a7 check?
Oh, sorry. I'm talking the wrong one. I mean bishop takes e4. Bishop takes e4.
Okay.
That was the idea too, because then if you took off there, I'll have check takes and then king c7 after.
Yeah.
And the idea is if you go knight a7, I was thinking king b8 somehow, but maybe that's just not very good.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go queen c5, but this is not going to. This is not turning out well. Rubbish, Matthew. So knight b5. Okay, let's take on there. Rook a7 and then go. I guess bishop takes c4. How would this be? Problem is, without that dark squared bishop, then it doesn't look quite as frightening anymore. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Is this maybe scary? Well,
wait a minute. Stop. Go back. Could you go? I wanted to cover all the squares of the queen, so I was going to go queen c5 and then b4. But maybe I don't get those moves in because you're going to go rook a8, aren't you?
Yeah, I go rook a8 takes d8 and then white king comes to h2. No, okay, we need so okay, I mean maybe the best thing simply would be to play king b8, I think.
Yeah, looks sensible.
Nothing stupid, and then we just well, we're going to see what is white intending. I mean, maybe white's intending bishop a4 here. That's possible. Just to swap off the it's irritating really to lose your two bishops there.
Yeah.
And he's still got some play, but it's just not quite.
d5.
Sorry.
d5.
Yeah. I mean, it's just that I'll just. You can take the f4 pawn, but you're not really.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe we go queen g3 then and just. Feels like you're going through treacle already. Oh God, Daniel has gone g5. I wondered about that one.
Of course he has. He's done something.
Yeah. No, I mean the idea is that takes he wants to play d5. That's the big break.
Right. Yeah.
I'd wondered about it, but I was thinking it was maybe a bit too desperate. But it's maybe just an interesting move. So. Okay. I mean, let's go knight b5 here.
Yeah.
Okay. This is not so silly. We could take like that now and go the cunning g takes f4.
Oh yes. Threatening knight g3.
I mean, this would probably be yeah, it's how you want to do it really. How would we want to do this? Maybe knight f1 you would want to do. And if queen f1, then I'm not sure, even maybe a move like b5.
Okay.
Just try and
Use the
you want to
pawn
keep
on
it,
a6 as a
you want
shield.
to keep it closed somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely going to be the one. So knight b5 takes, and then you go g takes f4. I mean, the interesting question is whether you could play a move like rook f3, for example, and after knight g3, king h2, you just say, well, okay, I'll block the diagonal,
Yeah.
and now I'm threatening to do all this stuff. And then the
Yeah.
question is whether, you know, black's got any way of doing stuff. I mean, you could try something like this. Just you know, you're going to try and do this.
Wow. Yeah.
But there's going to be the rook coming over to c3 at some stage, which is going to make you nervous. I mean, I could play a move like queen h7, for example, and if e4, then rook c3. I mean, it's a total mess, this one, but it's definitely a, you know, definitely white can definitely is entitled to be worried. Black's entitled to be worried about that one. But I think, I mean, I guess white's intention must be knight b5 here.
Yeah. And pawn takes is still bad, is it?
Well, the problem is, oops, sorry. When you get rid of that dark squared bishop,
Yeah.
lots of your kingside stuff just disappears, basically.
Working.
You know,
Yeah.
that's the problem. But it's not so silly, right? Because bishop e4, queen e4, we've got knight g3.
Yeah.
And queen e3, we go gf. You know, we keep on going on that. So
Yeah.
maybe, I mean, I go queen c3, and then we go gf, and I'm threatening knight g3.
Yeah.
So I go king h2, and maybe now I'm not sure. Maybe do I go dc, or maybe I go king d7.
King d7,
Something
I
like
was
that.
thinking, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, I'll aim for rook g8 later. It's murky. It's murky. G5 could be quite a nice little.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, it could be a nice little thing there. I mean, the nice thing about it is, you know, with this b4 to b5, you were winning a bishop for a pawn somehow and remaining with that knight, you know. But when you go knight b5, you lose a knight as well. So, you know, you're breaking through a bit, but you're not winning material somehow. So, yeah, I don't know. G5, interesting move. That's yeah. As always, you expect that Daniel will find a way to keep things alive somehow.
Should we see Jonah Willow on A?
Let's have a look indeed. Oh, what is this?
Looks pretty good. Maybe.
Jonah's
Or
a
is
pawn
F7
up, yeah.
too weak?
Jonah's a pawn up. F7's a bit weak, but that A pawn is quite big. I mean, I would expect this to be good for black, generally speaking. I mean, it's the sort of thing that you could easily lose in a blitz match, right? As black, but you know, the king comes in and then whatever. But I think that in general, I mean, certainly if a pair of rooks gets exchanged, then you would have thought. I mean, maybe white maybe play rook b1, but then I go rook b3. I can sort of block. I can. It's quite good. I can block the white rook somehow. And obviously, if you swap off a pair of rooks, then you know the one white rook is going to be fully employed dealing with that A pawn. So it's going to take a while before white gets his own pawns ready. You know. So and well, that's probably going to expose his king as well. So no, I think Jonah's doing pretty well, really. That would be my feeling, unless there's some enormous tactic. Which I don't think there is, then I think Jonah's doing well.
Nice.
And he's had a good tournament so far. So he lost to 2600, but he beat Martin Kramer, of course, and beat Shreyas as well.
Oh,
well, I think he beat Shreyas at the British as well, didn't he, Jonah? I think in the last round.
Yeah, I just forget. Yeah.
I seem to remember. So it seems to be building up quite a good record against Shreyas. Let's have a look. Matthew Wadsworth. How's Matthew doing? Matthew's been good. I mean, he's played some pretty good opposition, right?
He's undefeated.
undefeated, and he's played 25-40, 25-60, 25-17, and 26-18,
Wow.
and now playing 25-04. Quite tough, really. You must just be the right or the wrong rating somehow, you know. To
Yeah.
this is looking fairly even somehow. Maybe black could, if anything, I don't know. I don't know. Black, it's the sort of position which you say black might have some magical transformation, you know. But I imagine probably not, because you know, if we try and get the rook in and start hitting this one, then you know we can just harass the bishop somehow. So I think that probably black has to, yeah, black just has to stay solid, and it's just going to be equal, I think. Maybe you could have a look at playing bishop b4. That would be possible, but it could well be that. I know, I was thinking we could do that, but no, this is going to be quite good for black.
Okay.
So you could play bishop b4, I suppose. Because certainly this feels like an edge for black somehow, you know, weak
If you
pawns.
go rook a6 or something.
Yeah, I think we should probably try and do that. And then the question is whether we can do something good or not.
Maybe it's just a draw.
I mean, we could. This would. Yeah, we go rook a8, don't we? Yeah. I think it's just a draw. I think it's just a draw. This in general, but you know, black comfortable, but a draw. Oh, let's just drop in, just have a quick look, see what.
Harry Grieve.
Yeah, let's have a look. I'll just have a quick drop into Stanley.
Yes.
What's happened there? Oh, Stanley. So bishop f3 played, and this allowed f4. That's
annoying for him.
That's not going to do the chances any good, I don't think. I think black's fine now. Yeah, black's fine now. You haven't got any weaknesses to attack anymore, and two bishops. You got full compensation now for the pawn.
Yeah.
I don't think white's better, to be honest, anymore.
Should be a draw.
Yeah, should be a draw. Shame.
Oh, it's showing Amit has won.
Well, there we are. Oh, there was a trick. Oh, actually, Engine was saying that it was just even, actually, so I wasn't correct. But knight g5 was played. Yes, that was a little bit. Amit played h3, takes, and then a blunder. I think it was shortage of time, to be honest. I think that was key. You know, it was down to a minute already. And bishop h3, Amit. Look at that.
Brilliant.
5.5 now.
Wow.
In business.
Yes.
26-01, beating as black. So,
and just beat a 26-01 with black.
Brilliant. Fantastic. I mean, the top players have got 5, haven't they?
Oh, so is Amit in the lead now?
He's in joint lead, yeah, because these guys drew.
Oh, has Amit played Prag yet? He can't have.
No. He hasn't.
So maybe plays.
Pranavan is on 5.5. Nico's on 4. Yeah. So he's at least joint leader. Amit. Brilliant. Wow.
Way to go.
Go, Amit. Go.
Way to go.
Brilliant. Oh, Daniel.
Oh, now what's he done? Okay, go on. How did that all work then?
Well,
so after g5, what happened?
So white played queen f3, knight f4, and g3.
That looks a bit dangerous.
Obviously looking to exert control, thinking the knight will move back, but Daniel's gone all in.
Yes.
As you'd expect. So what's happening? So we've got a couple of ideas. Queen f7 is possible, of course.
This is the position now, is it?
Yeah, but I think probably Daniel will just go bishop d7, most likely, I would think. I'm not sure. But let's have a look. I mean, what happens if we go something like king h2, for example? F5.
Oh, and you can't take the knight because of G4. Clever.
Evil. Evil Knievel.
But F5, oh no, you can't take it as well. Oh yeah. Oh, that's really good. I bet the guy didn't see that.
Yeah, I don't know actually. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. It's Queen F3. I find a strange move, but I mean it's not exactly over yet because I mean you've got stuff like Queen H5 and this knight is really rather.
But now you can go G.
Yeah, okay. We go EF. It's kind of bananas, this, right? I've really no idea what's happening here.
Black's bishops look good though.
Black's bishops look gorgeous. I will definitely give you that.
Like
I'm looking for this sort of trick. Check and Queen F2 somehow, but yeah, it needs a certain amount of help from White there. Okay, but King H2 anyway. We've got. I think probably this move F5 is what Daniel is most likely looking for. I mean, there is also the move G4 and then Knight F2.
You could do it with H5 as well. You don't have to do F5, do you? Or is that?
You could do it with H5. I don't know whether that's helpful though. I mean, I take there simply and
you can't get Europe to the H5.
No, I mean, there is always the possibility of just saying, okay, I'm sacking, and
Bishop D4. You could.
Sorry.
Bishop D4.
Bishop D4.
To try and go Rook H8. Is that too much?
It's maybe too much, but it's still very good. Yeah, maybe Queen F7. I'm not sure, but yeah. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Queen F7 just to. So obviously, you could exchange off queens and also leave your knight a little bit. But no, well, I don't know really, because I mean, I could even take and go Knight F2, and then go Knight E4.
Okay, and play the endgame.
I mean, it's kind of. Got to be careful there. If you go here, maybe I'm going to go Bishop C5, and will this bishop ever?
Look at that bishop.
He could try Bishop A4, but still, I'll go Bishop F3 and G4, and
oh my goodness,
I don't know really. It's all getting a bit. Oh, he's gone Knight B5. The board is on fire.
5. Yes. Golly.
Okay, but all right. So what are we going to do here? Natasha.
Yes, thank you.
He's played AB. I thought he would.
Okay.
Is he going to go F5, do you think? Because Rook A8 followed by Queen F7 mate is the threat. So I think we go F5. I'm pretty convinced we go F5. The question is now, oh God!
What?
Ooh. Would that work?
You don't have to go F5 because you could go King B8.
I was a bit worried about Rook A1 then, followed by.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
It's not clear. It's not 100% clear, like everything. But I'm trying to make C takes B5 work, and after Bishop E4, then Queen E4
takes.
Check.
You have to put your queen in the way now.
Well, it's not clear. I mean, King D7, Rook F7, King E8 is not 100% clear. I guess this would be very strong for White. Well, I don't know. Would it? Why would it? E3 is coming down.
Ooh.
Well, that
this
would be
is a mess. But they could go Bishop B6, attacking our knight.
Yeah, we go King B8 though, and we will escape. We'll. So now I think we need to go Rook A8, but we need to have something better than taking the queen. And I don't suppose we'll find much better than taking the queen, really. So that's probably nothing. F5 has been played by Daniel, of course.
Okay.
So, but it's all very murky. So what might happen is Queen H5. That's been played because the idea is Rook A8, King D7, Queen F7, checkmate. And of course, we've got the little problem of the knight here.
Oh, so we could take on E4 check, giving our king.
You definitely can. You'll go King H2. And the nice thing about that is that obviously that frees a path for the king. So we're no longer threatened with mate.
That's always good. So then we can just go g4 or something.
Yeah, this is possible. I'm a little bit worried about c takes b5, which puts the trap shut again and takes away c6. So this is again a threat of mate. What I'm wondering about is, could I go b takes c4?
Yeah.
But this would be, again, this is kind of, I mean, I think we would just end up.
How much that we?
Yeah, you've sort of got some pawns, but I can't believe this would be enough.
I'm not convinced.
It's not totally crazy, but it's not quite enough. But let's have a thinky. Let's keep on.
But say we move our queen, like queen g7s. Oh, then we lose our knight.
Yeah, we're losing our knight. That's the problem. But the question is whether that's so bad, because I could go queen g7, queen h3, bishop e4, king there, and queen d4.
Yeah.
Rook a8, king c7. Rook d8, queen d2 check. Queen e. Oh God.
Can't they go interpose rook g2?
No. King b8, Daniel has played.
Okay. Okay, and you were talking about rook a.
Yeah. But now this is Le Punt.
Different.
He's going to play queen c5. I think that's the idea. Now that the rook's been taken over here.
Yeah.
However, there is the possibility for a brilliant move.
For white.
We could go check there.
Yeah.
And then there is rook a6.
Rook a6. And you can't take because of queen a7. Oh, is that queen
Well,
a7?
it's a bit of a problem. Here is mate. And here is queen a6. Oh, king d7. Oh, well. I mean, I could play queen c5, but I mean, that's just a mess, basically.
Yeah, this is better than the other one because we've got an extra knight from.
Definitely, and I'll go knight f2 into g4 or something.
Yeah.
All right, let's have a look. King b8. So we're being very cunning here. So I mean, I think rook a1 is definitely what black intended, or white intended rather. So that is fair enough, and we need to give ourselves some luft.
Yes.
And then I think that, well, I could go queen b6. Would
queen
that be
b6,
better?
is that the line we just looked at? We looked at queen c6, did we?
We looked at queen c6. I'm just wondering whether that would it would give me an escape square on c6 rather than. But this might be scary. I don't want to block my queen. That's the problem. So I'd have to come here, which is, I would say, quite hard to believe, really. Maybe rook a5 or something. Yeah, I can't believe that this would ever work in a million years. Rook b1. I don't believe rook b1 was played. I believe that rook a1 was played.
Rook a1, surely.
Rook a1. There we are. Okay, so check there. Queen c5. It's going to have to be threading queen f2. So there's only one move. Take check. Only one move. And I could.
Could we go rook d7?
d7. Oh, you are ruining it all.
Oh.
Oh, that's horrible.
Because we're threatening still, queen f2.
Yeah, that's horrific, Natasha. Yeah, but then how's white defending then? That's the
knight.
That's absolutely catastrophic, surely.
Maybe. Oh, if he goes rook a8, king c7, and rook takes rook, we just go queen f2, and do we win?
Mate.
Mate, yeah. Okay, fair enough.
My good, but I think this is just. I mean, you're not going to go queen e2 or anything, right? I mean.
Well, I suppose you do if it's your only move.
Yeah, I mean, we'd have at least knight f2 with, you know, with a draw, and you know, like undoubtedly way more as well. My goodness me! Come on, Daniel. How much time has Daniel got? He's got 10 minutes. He's got loads. Wow. So okay, maybe what we're going to say though is king h3.
Yeah.
Let's get black to commit himself.
And then just take on g5. Oh
No, we'll get mate there. So no, I was thinking let's just go rook a8 then, king c7, and hope we've got something. And I can take on h7. I can't do anything here. My goodness me. We're not missing anything obvious, are we? I mean, this just looks completely clear. It's not so surprising considering White's abandoned his kingside and has put his bishop on b3 there, but I think this is just winning.
Awesome.
Surely.
He's having a think, is Daniel.
He's having a think, but he's got plenty of time. Eh? He's got 9 minutes. I mean,
there's no other move against bishop e.
Daniel's on 4.5 as well. I mean, he'd be on.
Funny if Daniel and a meet were the top two, wouldn't it?
That would be brilliant.
A bishop e4 check, king h2 has happened.
King h2 has happened. Now queen c5 is going to happen. I mean, Daniel, he just. I mean, this is just. This is Daniel's type of position, right? I mean, he's not going to. Queen c5, queen e2 has been played.
Queen e2.
Hey.
Right, you said he wasn't going to do that because it's too.
Well, I certainly don't think it was. It wasn't a choice of joy, I think.
Yes,
so
knight f2 was the.
So I think knight f2 is definitely going to be the safest anyway, because I think whatever you do, for example, takes, I could just go knight g4, and after king h3, this is always a draw at least. So I mean, you've got that in the bag, but I think probably
you've got more.
Well, it wouldn't amaze me. I mean, thing is, you can always just do it and then just work out a bit more what whether you've got something else. Not quite sure how you'd.
Maybe you don't have something else though.
I'm not quite sure how you'd mate it somehow. It's remarkably difficult to get the queen across to there. I mean, I don't know whether moves like, I mean, there are possibilities, moves like f4, for example, because queen g4 allows bishop f5.
What if he takes the, and queen in there to knight f2 check? Yes.
Yeah, no, that's right. And king g4, I've got queen f5, which I was assuming was winning, though I'm not 100% sure anymore. I will be somehow, I'm pretty sure about that. But you've got moves like that, but it's just not sort of. Oh, has he gone g4?
He has.
Daniel's gone g4. All right.
So what his idea is?
Well, his idea is that queen g1 is always going to be in the position.
Yes.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't know.
He can also bring his knight back round to f3, can't he?
That is a big possibility. You're right there. That is probably what's attracted Daniel to that. Okay. So, I mean, I think if you go rook a8 and rook takes, this is probably just going to be horrific for White. You're just not going to get any counterplay, I don't think. And yeah, this knight g5 into f3, well spotted, Natasha. That's really, really strong. So queen d2 has been played from White. Well, not really stopping knight
but it does make knight f3 even more tempting if you can get there, doesn't it?
It does, but yeah, rook a8 check followed by queen a5 is the threat. Okay. Is the sort of the threat.
What if you swap the queen off for the 2 rooks? Is that a good or bad idea?
Wouldn't be so bad, but I do think that knight g5 might be quite strong.
Do this already, because if queen takes knight, you go queen f2.
Yeah, so you go rook a8. Rook a8. I go king c7.
Yeah.
Queen a5 check.
Yeah.
And then I go b6. And queen a7. Oh, yes, that's fine. That's working. There's no... Sorry, I just vaguely thought, oh, checks. But, oh, actually, I've got to... Because if here we'd get this, which would be rather unpleasant. So I take on here. Check.
F4.
Here.
C4.
Here.
Goodness.
All right, so I think that's working. Wait a minute. So if you go rook a7,
you'd have to be pretty brave to go into this line, wouldn't you?
Okay, rook a. But rook a7. Oh, is this a draw actually? Here, rook a7. Oh, it's not clear though. Bishop b7. I could go bishop b7. Takes, queen a7 here. But I'm not actually threatening mate anymore. Although, no, I can't get, I'm not going to get checks, am I? Oh, I might do. I will be able to manage. So maybe, oh, yeah, this could be working. Oh, he's gone b takes c4, Daniel. Oh, that's very clever. Sorry, he's covering a5 with the queen.
Oh, nice.
Right. And the nice thing is, of course, is that, rook a5 allows queen g1. So you don't have those distracting moves.
Other rook a5.
I mean, I definitely think that Daniel is odds on to...
What about the rook from a...
I mean, you've got to say as well, actually, that knight g1 is also an idea.
G1's in the position too.
Because, after rook g1, then you just take the rook on a7. So that's also... I mean, knight g5 is very spicy, but knight g1 equally.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess you could try bishop c4, right? That's possible. Because if queen c4, I'm guessing that this works. Although I could just play... you start being able to play these moves, right? White's gone rook a8 check. All right, so I'll go king c7, rook d8.
Okay, now what? I guess you just have to take it.
I think you're going to have to take it. Oh, it's maybe this is this the idea? Oh, that's the idea, maybe. Clever. I mean, you brought the king to d8, so you can't play your knight g5.
Yeah.
And you yeah. And if here you're going to take check, and obviously king there, or king here, rook a8 is probably going to be. Well, is that? I mean, by any normal standards, this would just be winning, but this would actually be fine. But I think that you could probably give a check with the queen on f8, and that you must be making a draw here, right? Yeah, you're definitely making a draw here.
Yeah.
So maybe more. No, I don't think so. I don't think you're making more. But okay, that's if you took the bishop. What you could just do is play a move like. I'd like to play king d7, I think, actually. That would be my favorite.
Yeah.
But how is that going to work? Bishop d3. I mean, I want to play knight g5, basically. That's, my only desire. You could go bishop d3 here.
Okay. So still knight there.
Knight g5 takes.
And then what do we take?
I go knight e4. That's keeping your queen honest. You can't go all the way because I've got queen f2. So maybe you have to stay there. But then I go queen e5 or something, or h5 maybe, and go h4. I mean, this must be so good for black.
Back to g5 and go into f3.
Yeah, this must be so good for black. It really must do. Must be.
Wow.
So looking very good. Let's have a look. Sorry, I haven't looked at Stanley for a little while.
Mark Hepton?
Oh yeah, we'll have a look at Hebs as well. Let me just have a look at Stanley. So it looks like. Oh well, actually.
Is he a pawn up? He is a pawn up.
Here's a pawn up, only that H pawn is going to be a tough one to
hold on to
keep hold of.
But he could go knight f4 to hold.
And there's bishop e5. That's the question now, whether there's anything sneaky. I don't think there's anything really sneaky.
No.
You can play around a little bit, but he's gone h6.
Okay.
King g5.
Maybe white gets the king in that way.
Yeah. No, I think it's not gonna be a win anyway. That's shame. That's drawn. They're drawn.
Okay.
Suppetit and Engine thought it was equal. So Engine wanted b6. Engine wanted to put the king over, and
that's what you're saying.
Something like that I thought was best. So, but okay, I mean, another draw against an IM. I mean, if you look at his results here, since round 2, he's drawn against.
He's played some strong players, hasn't he?
He's drawn against 3 IMs and a GM, and just lost to a 2490 IM. So it's pretty impressive somehow. Pretty good result there. You want to see Hebs?
Yes, let's see Hebs.
Where is Hebs? He's playing the guy who beat he's a
knight down.
He is a knight down.
That's not ideal.
No, but is he losing this? I'm not sure he's losing this, to be honest. No, he's not losing this. I think he should be able to make a draw here just by swapping off enough pawns.
Yeah.
To reach rook and knight versus rook. It's not easy, but I would say that would probably. Oh, good lord, Glenn Fleer beat Stu.
Okay.
Good lord. Well done, Glenn. Glenn's having a good tournament. He's played. He lost to Matthew Cornett, but drew with Victor, with Amit, and now beaten Stewart. So well done, Glenn.
Yes. I had a little chat with Christine yesterday.
Oh, right.
It was nice to see everybody.
Yeah, no worries. You played the Blitz, didn't you, Natasha?
Blitz. I did well. I got 6 out of 9.
Nice. That's good.
Yes.
You played a lot of kids, or
I mean,
a mixture of kids, I guess.
No, well, it depends what you mean by kid. I played lots of people younger than myself, but I wouldn't necessarily describe them as kids.
It's no, that's a good score. That's just let's have a look at Badana. How's Badana? Yeah, no, that Badana got the d6 pawn for the b2 pawn. That's not too bad in principle. A little bit under pressure, but I'm not sure that's so bad actually. A pawn is attacked. You get yourself active like that. I think white's fine actually, to be honest. I think that's as long as that a pawn can't run too quickly, but you would have thought that you'd be able to distract it in some way. So and you can go an h4, h5, h6 somehow. That could be quite irritating. I'm not sure, but I think that's probably Badana's doing all right in that position.
Let's
have a look. Who else have we got?
Let's check back in on Daniel. I want to see what will happen next.
Oh yes, of course. Oh, yes. Well, that looks looking quite tasty. What happened? He played rook. Daniel played king c6, knight g5.
Oh,
yes, he didn't even bother.
He didn't even recapture. Amazing.
He didn't even recapture. So that was pretty cool. Rook f1 played, knight f3, and f2. It's over.
Is he winning? He's going to win, Daniel.
Totally winning. Yeah.
Brilliant. That's such a good game. I really like this game.
Yeah.
Really
there are many ways of doing it, actually.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering what the most. Oh, well, you could. I was looking at rook a1,
Yeah.
playing f4
Yeah.
to try and get a king queen h5.
Yeah.
So you go rook c1.
Oh, and you distract it with f1.
You could do, or you could sidestep and then go f1 knight. I think that's maybe.
No, f1
Yeah,
knight does. Oh yes, f1 knight does work. Oh my goodness.
It does work as well. Yeah, I was wondering about, but I'm not sure whether am I managing to mate here? It's a bit weird somehow. I would have expected I could have mated. Must be said that I'm probably winning it pretty much any endgame there. You know, like
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
G2, but
Yeah.
but it's oh, he played f4. He did. Oh, it's happened. Rook a1, f4. But white played g4 in that position.
Okay.
But I'm suspecting queen g5. Yeah, that's very nice, Daniel.
Is the king open or is it okay? The king's okay.
King's fine, yeah. King's fine. He's covering it all, actually. Queen c3, king d7, you're covering g7.
Okay.
And of course, he's looking for that. So that must be pretty good. Wow, Daniel, great game.
This is so nice.
Yeah. So we're going to have two British players on 5.5.
Amazing.
Look at that. Brilliant. Super. And how's Jonah Willow doing, actually? Yes. Oh, good Lord.
Oh. Jonah's black. And what about this pawn then on?
Yeah,
I'm confused now. Okay. So is there time to take this rook? No, because they go.
Well, it's intriguing, right? I mean, we go knight c2. He goes h8 queen.
Yeah.
I mean, that pawn is queen. Actually, come to think of it, you run out of checks, right? So you will make it. So
this black's winning.
Well, I'm not quite sure because you would probably win a lot of pawns and have a lot of checks. So I'm not quite sure, but you're not in there. You're not worse in that position. What you could do, of course, is to go here and here.
Oh.
Which is rather worrying.
So you might go king up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could go.
I'm relying on this pushing the D pawn in a moment, but
yeah, problem is I could go knight f6. God, I don't know. You're throwing knight g8. That's the problem. But
you have to go there.
I mean, I could go. I have no idea which way is better somehow. But this is a bit worrying, I think. Yeah, he's gone h6.
Okay.
This is a bit. I think this is going to be good for white. So something like this, and then I don't know, f4, g4. I think the pawns are going to be too fast. Unless unless you've got
c5.
Yeah, knight d3. Yeah. You can. That would be a very cunning thing to do. I'm not actually sure whether this is. I mean, you're probably still losing anyway. He's gone king c7, so he's going to try and delay it a bit more, which is probably a good idea. But yeah, I think that getting the king active will be important. But
you have to go rook h8, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I was wondering whether you could.
Oh, maybe.
You could go.
Maybe.
But I guess probably not. I mean. Oh, we got rook a1. Oh, dear me.
It's complicated.
Jonah, what is this? I mean, queen h7 looks a little bit worrying. On the other hand, I go king b6, rook a1, but you could check, take that one, and fear that that's not really going to work. So maybe you need to do this, but then, yeah. Again, here. Okay, we go knight c5, maybe. I don't know. I have the feeling you're going to be very lucky if you escape to even something like a queen, knight and pawn against queen, knight and two pawns, really. I think that's just all gone wrong somehow.
Yeah.
It was a scenario. It was a possible scenario, but yeah. Oh, good
Oh,
lord!
what's happened here? Wait.
White's really
White's managed to find a defence.
keeping it tight at the back.
We didn't know. Think about this one, did we?
No. Now the question is, I mean, you don't mind exchange off queens as long as White doesn't get a pass pawn. So, I mean, I think bishop b5
yeah.
would be very simple. Takes king there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Queen h5. Then it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm getting a bishop as well. So, and king g2, I go f1 queen and then queen g4 check. And so I think bishop b5 is just going to be winning.
Oh, it's tricky, isn't it? They find these.
Players nowadays are pretty tricky, it must be said. Look at Matthew Wadsworth. Oh, good lord. What's happening there? It's going to end up as a draw, I think, that one. I think pawns will get traded somehow.
Okay.
I mean, you mustn't play this.
Oh, you get.
Oh, it's check. It's check, actually. It's even check, so it wouldn't even matter. Right. But probably, yeah, king e1 or. Yeah. Harry Grieve, we didn't see. He was playing against the guy who beat Stanley.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks a bit. Oh God.
Looks a bit better.
Rook endings are so tough. It feels like the pawns are going to be faster somehow, doesn't it? That you're going to get round here, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's white to move, isn't it? So rook d5. Yeah, actually,
forking.
Yeah, that's going to be fine. Maybe white's better here, actually.
Okay.
Come to think of it.
Because you can move your king to c3 or something.
You can move your king, and then there's stuff hanging. So yeah, no, it's with white to move. That's definitely looking good. Oh, Shreyas has drawn with Ukrainian Grandmaster Alexander Kovchan.
Yeah.
Mark's done a pretty good job there. It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough for Black to free himself, really. I think, So I think Mark can hold this. I think Mark is going to hold this. Oops, sorry. Taran against Stevie Gordon. Stevie Gordon pawn up. Good pawn up. So he's a good technical player, Stephen. So you would expect him to put this one away. Pieces are very nicely centralized. King is nicely covered there, so that's pretty good. Peter Robertson against Peter. Ooh, this looks a bit ropey for
Peter.
For Peter K. Not clear, but it's just the king is in a worrying situation. I mean, b5 to b6 is a threat. That's the problem. So if I go bishop f5, then I suspect that b5 is going to be working, isn't it? Bishop e4. I go king f2, for example. Knight h3, king e1. And whatever you do, I just go b6 and rook d8. He's played b5, Peter. So I think that this is just
so. Are there any tricks on e4?
No, I think we come here. I mean, the other nice point.
No, wait! Stop! No, okay.
If you go rook e8, then rook a6 is simply a mate as well.
Oh, good grief!
So, I mean, maybe you need to go rook takes g3, check, and then move the rook out of the way. Maybe that's keep things alive, but maybe not for long, because I'd probably just take off here and here with mate to follow, maybe.
You can go rook takes c.
Yeah, I know. I'm not sure. I think
Yeah.
this is probably still working, isn't it?
Maybe, yeah.
I'm not sure. That's probably way over optimistic, but that would be the only thing I could think of. But obviously, it's not. Yeah, it's,
Tricky to defend in time trouble as well.
yeah, with not much time, very tricky to defend. Oh, Marcus Harvey beat Ritvik Krishnan. So well done, Marcus. Marcus, he beat Ilya Smirin, and then he just had a little bit of a bumpy period there, but still doing well in the tournament. Trisha, let's have a look. Trisha's winning.
Oh,
Very nice against Naem.
Wow,
So,
well done, Trisha.
Totally winning. Rook b2 or rook d3. Just finished.
She's doing well this tournament, isn't she?
I think she is actually. Yeah, yeah. Really, look at that! Wow.
She's played all, like the lowest she's played.
All title players.
The lowest she's played is like 23 something or other.
Beat yeah, excellent. My goodness, what a tournament she's having. She must be on course for an IM norm, surely.
Maybe she is.
Certainly not. I mean, look at those players.
I know, she's played really good.
Brilliant, lovely. Rook d3 played. Yeah, she's going to win that easily. Let's have a look at Stanley. Oh, Stanley. Oh, they've agreed a draw. Okay, that's shame for Stanley, that one. It was. Yeah, it was a good thing, but just missing that that f4. I mean, it's the engine wasn't giving much of an advantage for White, so you know but it just makes your opponent feel a lot better when he gets rid of his pawn like that. So you know that's a little bit of a shame there, but okay, you know, I mean, still a good tournament and still plenty to play for in the last few rounds. Have a quick look at Oleg Verbitsky. He's black. Oh, nasty position there. 2 bishops. Although this pawn might not be surviving. He's had a lot of long games, Oleg, and of course he had one really fantastic result early on where he beat an IM in the first round. Drew with another one, and you know, he's had a tough little tournament there. So still doing very, very well and fighting very, very hard. I think we can leave it there, shall we? Our two heroes have both drawn.
Yep.
So we jinxed them just a little bit less than last time. And of course, you know, the big news is that looking at the scores on the doors, we've got 2 British players, Daniel Fernandez and Amit Ghazi, on 5.5. So joint lead with Pragananda, Ivic, Pranav Anand, with well, obviously a bunch of very good players behind them. Though not that many on 5, in actual fact. So
who's on
excellent.
5? Kramer Rosen. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, really excellent.
Probably one of the English players will play Prague tomorrow.
It could well be. I think. Yeah. It's well, I think whoever he plays, he's gonna get a dose of the British style with with Amit or Daniel. Not your normal sort of players, neither of them. So you know, both very very original players. Both yeah, their own ideas about how to play stuff. So should be very very interesting indeed. But obviously, one of them will be black against. Oh, they're both due white actually.
And what's Prague due?
Prague is due white.
Okay, so they probably won't.
So
he's
not
played.
clear,
Wait,
yeah,
he's played Ivic. Has he played?
He's also played Anand as well. So I think he does have to.
So he's going to play one of those 2.
One of the British guys. So unless somebody can still come up. Oh, there's still a few people playing. Ilya Smirin. A few people could join on 5.5. So we could have a big logjam on those scores there somehow. But because I mean, even I'm saying even, but Jonah's on 4.5 as well, right? I mean, Jonah's on 4.5.
4.5, but the others are 5.5,
yeah.
aren't they?
Yeah, no, but he's still playing, right?
Oh, I
That
see.
was,
Sorry, yeah.
there's a few people still playing who could get up to 5.5 as well. So,
Yes.
so it's not
Oh,
absolutely.
Anna Maya, she's not on.
No, she's on the
fixed board,
streaming
isn't she?
board.
Yeah.
She's doing well, Anna Maya, but oh, good lord, oh yeah, she's doing well actually. Look at that, just beaten 2 IMs and drawn with a GM as well. Lost that meet, and Daniel, funnily enough, so 2 people on 5.5
Yeah.
she's lost to, and now looks like she's well, if anything, better against Shiva. Is that going to be drawn? Well, actually, yeah, no, it should be drawn. Should be drawn most likely. I'm not 100% clear. Not 100% sure about that because Rook F3 looks quite. I was assuming you might be able to keep the pawn, but I'm not. Nah, you probably can. Just Rook F6. It's probably working.
That bishop on H7 doesn't have any squares.
Yeah, and if you go G4, then F4, Rook F6, G4, F4, and you'll probably be able to. Oh, I don't know. I go G5 though.
Yeah.
It's not so clear, but I would have thought that Black has got a way to work this out somehow. But no, she's doing very, very well indeed. But yeah, she's on board 7. That's the fixed streaming board. All right then. So I think we can leave it there. Lots of luck to the English players still going on. Trisha has won, has beaten an IM. So let's just have a bit of a marvel at her score there. 4.5 against well, that's an average of like 2360 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And gaining
61
61
points. But I think she's underrated actually, because
oh, I definitely think so. Yeah. Well, I mean, she's certainly, at the very least, she's very capable, and we've seen it in the past a lot.
Yeah.
You know, of matching the very strong players. You know, the English grandmasters, etc. So yeah, and here she's put together a brilliant run. Fantastic. Oh, have a quick look at Bodana. Oh, that A pawn has gone rather fast. No, I think that's going to be rather difficult for Bodana, that one. So that A pawn did go incredibly fast. And I don't think, you're just not really going to be able to make counterplay, I think. Well, I say that.
Where can she go? E5.
It's going to be tight. Now, I'm sort of wondering whether you could go Rook D7, because obviously you're kind of cunningly covering like that.
Yeah.
So, and you can go E5 and who knows,
E6.
E6.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really risky. I mean, it's going to be on the edge for White, I think. But maybe she's just going to be in time. You never know. Well, fingers crossed. Anyway. All right then. Well, thanks very much, Natasha, for joining me for this stream. I think I've got the practice. I'll look back on the stream to see whether that countdown worked or not. I suddenly realise I'm terribly sorry that I've ignored absolutely everyone on the chat.
Oh God, I forgot the chat.
I'm so sorry. Oh God.
There's loads of chat. Oh no, there is.
Oh dear me. Dear me.
Of course.
Well, there we are. That's the power of streaming, isn't it? Thank you for all the interaction. Sorry, Mr. Beads, you were putting comments in, and I've just been ignoring you terribly. Oh, that's terrible, isn't it? Oh dear me. Oh well. I'm not playing the super rapid, Tim. No. It's I am commentating though on the Pro Biz on Wednesday, so but so sorry everyone. Please, a tricky Ocelot. So sorry. Oh, somebody said black screensaver. So maybe, I'm not sure that countdown did well. I'll check back on the stream and have a look. Okay, huge apologies to everyone. I just got totally carried away with the games and didn't think about it. Thanks very much. And see you around. Certainly, I am streaming pretty much all day, virtually, I guess, on Wednesday for the Pro Biz. So thank you very much, Whiskey Sour 89. It's so that will be good fun. There'll be some very good players, assisted by some very capable amateurs, and should be a great event. Always lots of fun. So hopefully see some of you there. And thanks very much indeed for watching the stream. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thanks.